Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. As you can see here, I've been playing it pretty extensively. I've got about 34 hours into it so far. It's only been out about a week. But actually I wanted to do a review of the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Collector's Strategy Guide, as we see here. And with the collectible strategy guide, there's also this nice lore thing, which is a Fractured Land, Tales of the Northern Realms. So I'm going to talk about this. First of all, it's a really nice hardcover book. The only thing I don't like about it is, you can see here, it has printed "not for resale" on the back. So this book here is just kind of like a bit of lore. It's not so much about like the land, even though it's kind of divided up into the different areas of the game, but it's more about the characters that you'll run into. It's got some really nice art, some good information all in here, so you can kind of go through this and get a lot of cool stuff about the various characters in the game and learn about their background history and all that. So there's that. I believe this is some kind of faux leather. I think it's just your normal binding, but it looks real nice. It's meant to look like leather. I don't think it is at all, but there's that. But let's go ahead and get to the main guide here. Open this up. This is a hardcover version. The MSRP on this guide and everything is, I think, $39.95, roughly $40 in U.S. currency. I actually got this for about $25 on Amazon, so if you look around, you can get it cheaper. So, see, here's the table of contents. It's got divided up into areas. It's got the intro and characters, information like extra info about how to play the game and character abilities and all that. It's got a quest walkthrough. It's broken up into the critical path, which is primary story missions and important side quests that affect the story missions. It's got secondary quests, contracts, Gwent quests, which Gwent is a playable card game in the game. Heroes Pursuits, which I think are like side activities like horse races and all that. There's try to focus here. Treasure hunts. It's got a spoiler section for the different types of endings you can get. And further on back, you've got atlases of all the game's areas, which are maps of everything, so you can find everything. Below that, we have the appendices and compendiums. We have the bestiary of every monster in the game, all the Gwent cards and where to get them, places of power where you can get ability points and buffs for your signs. Carnal knowledge is kind of about the romance and sex scenes in the game. There's achievements and trophies, which all versions of the game have those, so that shows you how to unlock those. And finally, all the information about the inventory. And in the very back, I think this is special to the hardcover edition only, is the art of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So I'm not going to go page by page here, but just kind of give you a look at this. One cool thing I've noticed is, you see here, like it says, Witcher is not quite the devil as you thought. If you play the game, you'll actually find a book by the exact same title as this. It has all this text in it. So a lot of the information in here that kind of peppers throughout the guide is from books you can actually read in-game. You can see it's full color art. First page here is just kind of short little blurbs about all the different characters and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same information you would find in-game in the glossary. So far there's nothing really stand out here, but there's a section here on how to use this guide. Uh, it's got pretty cool stuff, like it'll tell you specifically during uh, quests what their difficulty rating is, and how much of a spoiler it is if you're trying to avoid spoilers and stuff like that. We have training. This just goes into the various control schemes for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One controls. Xbox One controls are also the same if you're using the Xbox controller for PC, which I am. And various types of movement, what the various markers are in the game, just very simple stuff they tell you about in game. It goes on to talk about the different types of potions, bombs and stuff like that, different types of shops. It's got a really nice chart here that talks about the different modifiers for shops based off of location, what the item is, and all that. So if you are really fickle about getting the best deal, it can help you out. It talks all about combat and how to maximize that. So this is all very basic stuff here. Gives you a basic rundown of Gwent and how to play it. Which I'll admit Gwent was a little hard for me to pick up. The rules are really simple in game, but figuring out how you win at it takes a bit of work. So this is a really good section about character abilities, which gives you a breakdown of all the different ways you can upgrade Geralt, which I'm pretty sure all this stuff is explained in-game in the character upgrade menu, but it's still nice to kind of see everything on one page, well, several pages, but you get the idea here and kind of plan your build. So like, I'm still playing through the main story, so I'm obviously trying to avoid spoilers for it. I haven't even gotten out of Act 1 yet, but I kind of bought this guide because I know right off the bat with the huge number of endings this game's supposed to have that I want to replay it, and the second time around I wanted to better plan my route and try a harder difficulty and all that. This is kind of interesting here. They got Witcher archetypes, which show you just some archetypical builds you can use of various abilities. Of course, it's up to you. You can mix and match how you want. So I can kind of give you an idea. If you feel like you're making Geralt too weak, you can have a more focused build and give you some idea. Now we're in the critical pass section, and it starts with a prologue, and prologue pretty much just covers the White Orchard area leading up to the first monster hunt quest. So I'll just show this to you real quick. Like you see here where it says main quest, up here in the corner they have a danger alert showing you how dangerous this quest is. This is like the very first quest, so it's not dangerous at all. And over here they have a spoiler alert, which has 3 of these, I think these are Irden symbols or something like that, but it has a full 3 of them because this is the very first story mission and it reveals a lot about the game. But pretty much you can tell how much of a spoiler it is by that. Up here it tells you about like related quests, what location it's in, what characters are involved, what enemies, if any, you'll have to fight, their objectives and all that. A lot of times they'll have these like warning signs that kind of give you knowledge of something you need to be aware of, stuff like that. So we'll just kind of flip through this. I don't want to spoil anything, so let's see. Yeah, in the back here we have like secondary quests. Just kind of flip through those. Here we have a section about Witcher contracts, which show you like all the Witcher contracts you can pick up for the monsters in the game and all that. One nice thing is if there's multiple paths to completing a quest, it will tell you what those are and what happens if you choose each path and so on. So just be mindful of that if you want to avoid spoilers. And we'll try to get through that. These are all a bunch of races and scavenger hunts. This is epilogues and endings, so I'm sure you don't want to be spoiled with that. Just showing you like various things. Now here we have the Atlas of the Northern Realms, which has this really cool map here. But if you go into it, this is just like a breakdown of all the various things there. But this is what the maps look like here. See, this is White Orchard. They've even got interior maps as well. But every area they have real nice maps of, and they're detailed, give you like places where you can find chests and points of interest, bandit camps, where quests are, where any point of interest you might want to see are at. So there's lots of those, and like I said, down here you have like interior maps of the various dungeons and caverns and stuff like that. This is Novigrad City. Got the Skellige Islands in the back and other areas you'll go to. Now we get to the appendices, and these are the bestiary, first of all. So you can see it's got a lot of information about every kind of enemy, and it's all divided into what type they are, like Elementa, we've got hybrids, things like that, insectoids. It gives information about where you can find these monsters, what kind of loot they have, what they're vulnerable against. So it's really useful. Got a lot of information explaining like background information about what they are and where they come from and all that. Got a section on places of power, which is always nice. Let's move that. This is the carnal knowledge section I was talking about. This is kind of telling you the various characters you can woo in game and have romance or just, sex scenes with. Gwent card collecting, where you can pick up a bunch of cards for your Gwent deck. It's got really handy charts in the back. Beyond that, we have achievements and trophies, so you can kind of see like various ways to get those. And then inventory, this is a real meat of it. You can kind of find information about every type of weapon you could possibly want. Armor, swords, potions, just whatever you want. It's really thorough and has a bunch of information like base price, things like duration, places you can find it, additional notes if there's anything special about that item. So you can kind of look to that. The back section is the art of The Witcher. So you've got some really high quality art back here. This all looks like concept art. Tells you little blurbs about each picture, stuff like that. So really nice stuff. And beyond that, they have character art like Geralt and the sorceresses and important figures, wild hunts, of course, and then monsters of various types. So, in the back, of course, we've got the all that. So that's a general review of the book, and I hope you liked it.